ever since I started getting over myself and getting onto video, my business results have exploded. Let me say it again, y'all. Ever since I started getting over myself, I went to maybe thinking I might make a few sales this week to every time I blink, I look at my bank account, there is a sale. And you don't see me live every day. So I'm going to share my exact strategy with you today, okay? And share with you the tips that I'm using for live video that are helping me. So I want to come to you today. This is from someone who just some years ago was crippled by video, okay? Like I was too vain, too nervous, and all that kind of stuff to put myself out there to the world to broadcast myself. But let me tell y'all, your money depends on it. Your money depends on it, okay? Because right now we are in a time where for a lot of people, I'm not really too sure when's the next time you're going to be out having coffee again and doing business over coffee again where everybody's comfortable. I'm not sure where we're really going with that and what the time frames are going to look like for us. But your money doesn't have to stop, guys. Now is a beautiful time for you to make business decisions, to make moves, to build your bank account. So right now in our house, we are killing it financially. I'm talking about in a good way. We are stacking because normally we travel several times a year. We do a lot of other things with our families, guys. Well, right now during this pandemic, we're not doing all those things. So we're able to stack money. But how are you going to do that if you're online and people really can't see who you are? All right. So now it's time to get over yourself, get on camera because your money depends on it. So let's talk about it. Anybody can do live video. Anybody. Okay. Listen, I'm guilty. This is what I do some nights. So last night I pulled kind of like a late night than normal because we had to fill orders around here for DG Journals, okay? So we were up until about 9 o'clock yesterday filling orders, me and my son and family, okay? And around 9 o'clock, I sat on the couch because I was done work. And I'm guilty. I scroll, y'all. So I scroll and what I find these really odd live streams that are happening on Facebook. And so there was a lady, she was actually reading crystal balls, but she had karaoke mic as well. And she was drinking some drink out of her cup. And there were like 300 people on. And this looked insane. So she was reading people right from a crystal ball, drinking out of a mug and singing karaoke all at the same time, y'all. The things that I find on live stream at night are really amusing. So if you can find this stuff late at night or early in the morning. But the point I'm trying to make to you guys is that anybody can go live and build a passionate audience. No matter who you are. I know some people think nobody wants to see me. I talk funny. My teeth look funny. You know, I don't like the shape of my face. Y'all, I was butchering myself when I first started going live. I had to get over myself in order to get to the money. How many of you here can focus on the results, okay, which will overcome the fear? Allow the result or the outcome that you want, or allow your purpose to overcome the fears that you're having, because that's more important. So this is what needs to happen, okay? You need to decide on a schedule. Make a commitment to yourself. So I don't care if it's once a week. I know some people will tell you if you want to get paid, go live every day. That does work great. But some people can't go live every day because of their schedule, because of what's happening in their house. Or maybe they just don't have the personality for it, okay? But you need to start somewhere, and you need to be consistent with whatever it is that you do. So if you're the type of person that loves to be on camera and you love to go live and that's how you charge up and you love to talk to people and every day is something that would make you feel good to do, knock it out the park. Go live every day. Pick your time so your audience can expect you when you're first starting out. But if you are very shy on camera and you are just not sure what to do, start going live once a week and be consistent. Maybe it be a special show on a special day. Maybe it's always on Wednesdays. Maybe it's always on Tuesdays. Maybe it's always on Fridays. If you're only going to go live once a week and you don't have that audience yet, Pick a day and time so that your audience knows when to expect you and they can meet you there. The key is, guys, be consistent. Now, earlier on, if you don't have much of an audience yet, you want to let people know when you are going to go. I like to do that. That's my preferred way, because I can always get more viewers when I can let people know, hey y'all, hey, I'm going to be live tomorrow, or hey y'all, hey, I'm going to be live in an hour or two. But sometimes you just can't do that. So for me at this point, I just go a lot of times because I can't always give notice. But when you're early in, give notice. That way people can set their clocks. They can remind you, remind themselves of when you're going to be live. All right? Ask for some few friends to support your live early on. Hey, I'm going live at such and such a time. Do you mind supporting me on the first couple? I'm new to it. Do you mind inviting a few people for me in? I'm new to it. And that also works too. Okay, so letting people know before you go live. So when I do let people know, guys, what I do is I typically do it the day of by email. So I will send an email like an hour or two before I go live and say, hey guys, this is where you meet me, and I'll provide the link to where they can meet me. If you have a text message list, same thing. About an hour before you go live, let them know where you'll be and what you'll be talking about, and meet me there. Let them know where to meet you. If it's on social media, I share the day before, and I share 1 hour before to remind them. And Instagram has an amazing feature, guys, where in the story section, you can actually add a countdown clock, a timer, where people can turn that timer on, and Instagram will remind them of when you are going live. With your topics, there are lots of things that you can talk about. And I know that a lot of people are listening in that are from different niches and industries and all that kind of stuff. The key, guys, is that you add value. If you are a coach or service provider, you should be adding value. What are the pain points of your audience? Like, I'm not a live stream coach. However, I can live stream my butt off. And I know that some people that are following me are struggling with getting over themselves. So I'm going to share this content and say, hey guys, come here. Let me share my personal strategy for making this happen for yourself. Let's get over this, because I'm seeing that some people following me are struggling with this. So pay attention to the comments that people are leaving on your posts and other people's posts to indicate to you where they're stuck. And you show up and serve and be the answer to where they're stuck. Okay? When you are selling solutions and you are really focused on that, and you have a heart to help people, and you're giving those call to actions, you will never be broke. You just have to focus on, what solution can I offer today? How can I help somebody to get to their next step? How can I solve the problem today? How can I be a part of the answer today? And if that is your agenda, getting paid will also be your agenda, will naturally be your agenda as well. Now, when you show up to your live stream, depending on the type of talker that you are, especially if you are newer with live streaming and uncomfortable with live streaming, you are probably going to be a little nervous. One thing I will remind you of is that you're only talking to humans who are just like you. They're just like you. They use the bathroom. They do everything the same way that you would do it. So I don't really need to be shy in front of any of you. Okay? Because we're doing a lot of things the same way. We put food in our mouths the same way. We do everything the same way. I'm not going to get detailed. Y'all know what I'm saying. So I don't need to be afraid in front of other humans, because they're just like me on the other side. I don't need to be worried about that. And it's nothing wrong with getting little jitters, but just remind yourself, these are just people just like me. Okay, so I don't need to be afraid of that, right? You want to come with your notes. If you're nervous and you haven't gone live a lot of times, y'all, bring your notes with you. So now that people are on your live stream, you have your notes. I normally like to talk into 3 points. Sometimes it's more, y'all, if I got a lot to say. But I would say take it to 3 points. Okay, so these are the 3 ways. If you're a coach or you're a service provider, these are the 3 ways that you can accomplish this end goal. This is the 3 reasons why this. You can break it down into 3s. That's what I like to do. Or if you're selling products, you're showing off something. Like this morning, you guys can go watch a replay. You can see exactly how I did an unboxing. People want to see what it's like to experience your product. There are so many topics that you can handle. You just want to always keep your client or your customer's pain point at the forefront. So what is the solution? What are you offering that is going to be a solution? How are you going to be a part of the solution during your live stream? During the live stream, I do a few things to make sure that I drive my point home. Now let's back it up a few steps. You should not be going live for no reason at all. There should always be intention. You need to go live with intention. Don't just be showing up to twirl your hair and to tell us what you ate yesterday or a few minutes ago, not later. But don't just show up for that. Show up with a purpose. Okay, what do I want to, what is my call to action going to be today? What problem am I focusing on, and how am I going to be the solution today? And have it down in your notes. All right. I always have a call to action. I always know what I'm asking you to do next. Listen, y'all, people may not say it, but people always want to know how to take the next step with you. So when you don't give them the next step to take with you, you literally leave people hanging, y'all. And they're just kind of like, okay, this was great, but I'm going to forget about her later. So I give 3 call to actions. I told you I do everything in 3s. 3 times I give my call to action during the broadcast. It depends on when you catch me, but you're going to hear what to do next. So yes, it is a full-on commercial, because guess what? If you don't market yourself and you don't talk about people boldly, about you and what solutions you're serving up, who else will? Newsflash. Nobody else is ever going to get more excited about your business than you're going to be about your business. And that's just kind of how it works. So if you aren't on fire for it, you aren't excited about it, you aren't showing up for it on a regular basis and being consistent and being able to get over yourself and get on camera and talk about your offerings, how can you sit up here and expect anybody else to? You can't have someone else carry the torch if the torch is not lit by you. So when you're done doing lives on Instagram, what I do, y'all, is I share it to my IGTV. Unless it's like a limited thing, unless you want people to attend live and you're trying to create urgency and there will be no replay. But if so, you can reshare your video into your IGTV. I also share my stories, and I also take the link, y'all, because Instagram gives you a link to your IGTV videos. Take the link and remarket that link to your Facebook group. Say, y'all, did you catch the live? Remarket that link to your email list. Remarket that link, to your Facebook page or other places, so that if people missed it, now they can come back and catch that replay. So remarketing needs to happen after you go live, because then that's going to increase your views and people are going to be able to see that content later. And just to set you free today, stop looking at other coaches or other business owners who broadcast multiple times a day. I'm talking 50 times a day, and allow that energy to stop you and to make you feel all small. Stop. That may not be your thing ever. Okay, so let's cover the strategy one last time. So I want to repeat myself. If I can go live, you can go live. Because just some years ago, I wasn't doing anything with camera. Okay, except for taking my own selfies and stuff around the house or wherever we go. But I was not turning on the camera and talking and letting other people see me talk. That was a no. I told myself I was a private person, and all the other lies I tried to tell myself that made no sense at all. Okay? And so when I started to hit the camera, my bank account shortly after started to thank me. Okay? And yours will too. Why? Because there are 2 things that you need in order to sell in the online space. Number 1 is trust. Number 2 is credibility. If you aren't making that happen, people are not going to buy from you. I'm tired of going to your feed and all I see is stock photos from Unsplash and Google and all that other type of stuff. I don't know who you are. I'm not buying anything. I don't see you, so I'm not going to hear you. And it's the way that it is online. People are visual. So a lot of the times, and I'm not just talking about the people. I'm not talking to the people that just want to make quiet, passive income. I'm talking to people that want the blinks to happen and sales happen. Okay, I've blinked probably like 10 times in the last hour and I've gotten 10 sales. Those are the people I'm talking to right now. You want to get radical about your bank account and how the money goes into it. These are the people I'm talking to. Okay, if you want to get radical, you're going to have to show yourself and be intentional about showing yourself, okay? I'm not talking about going live about the stuff you brought last night, the pizza you ate earlier, and, you know, these are just my thoughts about this, but they really lead nowhere. It's a lot of roads, but the roads lead nowhere. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about following this strategy. Okay. What problems is my audience having? Whoever wants to buy this box, what, you know what I'm saying? Where are they struggling? What do they need? What's going to make their day? Okay, whoever wants to need to come into my tribe, okay? Whoever I need to have coaching sessions with, where are they struggling? All right, these are the problems. This is how I'm going to be the solution today. This is how I'm going to show up and serve. And these are going to be my calls to action that I'm going to give at least 3 times. All right, now I'm going to go live at such and such a time and such a date. So because I'm early with this and I don't really maybe have an audience yet, I'm going to let the people know who do know me when I'm going to be live. I'm going to do that by scheduling some social media posts. I'm going to turn my countdown timer on in my stories. I'm going to send out a couple emails. I'm going to text message my text list. I'm going to share it with my Facebook group. I'm going to add it to my calendar events across social media. And then I'm going to show up with my notes and empower. I'm going to show up with my solutions. I'm going to deliver what it is that I have to say with boldness, what I have to say. From there, I'm going to remarket my live video so that more eyes can get on it, and then I'm going to release it to the universe and trust that all will be well with me, and I'm going to show up and I'm going to do the same again next week or tomorrow or another time this week, whatever it is that is your flavor, okay? But you need to be consistent with whatever that is, though. Because if you are not seen, you will not be heard. And if you are not heard, you won't be able to compel people into action with you. And if you are not compelling people into action with you in your business, you are broke. Okay? And so is your family. All right? So get bold, go live, and get over yourself. Are the 3 calls to action today. I hope to set you free today. So I can't wait to see y'all live. Okay? Bye.